Training Camp Day 14. As we continue our coverage of the Bengals Training Camp, we are trying to give you daily updates or regular updates, all the most recent news and opinions. So if you like our show, make sure you like the video, you leave a comment, and you most importantly, subscribe. Now, the mystery of the right side of the Bengals offensive line continues as Alex Redmond saw first team snaps at right guard for the second day in a row, but Trey Hopkins actually got more reps. So while Redmond is moving up, we still don't know who's going to get that until we, play at least the first 3 preseason games. In injury news, we have Dre Kirkpatrick returning to practice, which is a very good sign. But Tyler Eifert, he sat out today's practice.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he sat out today's practice, but as a precaution. He says he feels 100%. He's never felt better.
You know, Daddy, I feel like Eifert's role model is O.J. Simpson from Naked Gun. Because if you watch that movie, O.J. Simpson was a great player. He was a great player on the field, but he got into some mishaps. And I just feel like Eifert is taking his admiration for O.J. and OJ's playing style a little bit too literal.
You're mixing a lot of different aspects of OJ into one conversation, and that there's not a problem with that, Hoji. And by the way, welcome back to the show. We're so glad to have you back.
Yeah, I don't usually do preseason. Hoji don't do the preseason. Hoji is to football commentary what AJ McCarron is to pro football, which is I'm there in the clutch when it matters, and preseason doesn't matter. But there were a lot of comments, and my fans wanted me back, and you know how I am for the fans. I do anything.
It was
for
the
them.
money. You saw the donations coming back for the public.
And there was the money, but I mean the fans. I do anything for the fans.
Right, I know.
And but you know the thing about McCarron, and I know this is not a McCarron show, right? Because
it's
McCarron's
really
on the
not.
Bills.
He's not on the team anymore.
He's not. But studying the McCarron successes we've seen in the preseason doesn't matter, but he looks so good. It tells us a little bit about what's wrong with Bengals management, right? Because there's systematic and there's symptomatic, and one thing I learned this weekend is that those two words are not the same thing. Our systematic problems are symptomatic of a larger issue. McCarron, this guy's really good. Now, did you see these plays on the
Andy Dalton has looked as sharp as ever.
Andy Dalton had a baby. That's true.
I'm talking about his play.
Well, he had a baby. Let's just leave it at that. He had a daughter, and we congratulate.
Yeah, I know you haven't been following the preseason, but if you've been watching our show,
I retweet your tweets. That's my...
Yeah.
You say I don't watch the show. That's not true. I've been watching the show, and there's one thing I disagree with. And that is the comment was made that Burfict, that we should be worried about Burfict's injury. Burfict is not a preseason practice kind of guy. I don't think he's trying that hard.
Right.
People saw him limping. People saw him without his shoe on. I don't even think he was hurt. I think Burfict it doesn't matter yet for him. He's gonna be fine.
Matter.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine, and he's got a lot of energy. I think this is gonna be a great year for Burfict, because the one thing holding Burfict back was his attitude and a little bit of the aggressiveness and he's really, I think, has matured this year.
Yeah, but if you watch the show, me and John, we had a very lengthy discussion about Andy Dalton's performance in the first preseason game, and he was fantastic, and he's been fantastic in training camp. Like, he hasn't even had a bad day.
Because the stakes are so low.
And part of that is because AJ Green looks like he's about to have a career year. There was a great article about AJ Green that, came out, Bleacher Report today. I loved it.
Yeah.
And it was talking about how dedicated he is to being the greatest wide receiver ever. And he's just a guy who's no nonsense. He's not into any distraction. He's never even drink alcohol. And the thing is, we now have another guy who can go up and win those difficult catches in Auden Tate. You put these next to a healthy Eifert.
Man.
And you put this next to the explosiveness of John Ross. And you put this next to Joe Mixon.
You watch Auden Tate. You put your eyes on him and keep the eyes on him season after season. That kid, Daddy-O, is going to be something. He is something, but he's going to be even more than something. He's an old-fashioned wide receiver. He's got the hands. He's got the arm. He's got the, and I don't just mean that he possesses hands and arm, because a lot of us do, but he's got the big hands and the long arms. And the big hands and the long arms, that's important. He's really good. And you know what else? He's got the instinct. I've seen the instinct. He's got the instinct, and you can tell he's got got the fire in his belly because he agreed to come on the show.
He did agree to come on the show, and we're still trying to arrange that with his agent. I apologize, and everybody's waiting, but I'm trying to arrange a time with the agent.
Aden, don't worry. We're going to work it out. We're going to cut the red tape. You're going to be on the show just like your dream is going to be. It's going to be a reality.
Right.
You're going to be on our show. Just like your dream of getting puppets.
About the Puppet Fund. So we have had some amazing contributions in the recent days.
Can I just comment here that, Daddy, you are the Pinocchio of the NFL. You want to be a real boy.
Right, and the people who have helped us get closer to real boys, they deserve some gratitude.
They do.
And Brandon Welker gave a huge contribution, $40. We mentioned that. After that, we saw Christopher Higdon gave us a $25 contribution. Thank you for that. Thank you, Christopher.
Namaste.
We love you. Frank Bayari gave us $20.
Frank, I'm sending good mojos to you right now, right here. Do you feel it? Do you feel the mojo?
And, with another $150 or so, we will have about enough money for a Daddio, to make the Daddio puppet. We can start on that.
Here it goes again. I always get left out.
Well, it depends. If we run out of funding, we got some hard decisions to make. It's like football.
The show is so much better when I'm on it. Everybody says so. Have you read the comment?
Right. Our channel is maturing faster than we know, and we are inching towards 2,000 subscribers. So in order to celebrate a great achievement of 2019 subscribers, because 2019 is the year the Bengals win their first Super Bowl, to celebrate that, until we reach that goal, every week, so long as prizes remain, for anybody who, number one, subscribes, number two, gives a $5 contribution to the Puppet Fund at gofundme.com/DHSports, and number three, leaves a comment, can win one of these prizes. Now, what is the comment? If you leave a comment saying which one of the 90s Bengals players you like the best, Jeff Blake, Carl Pickens, or Corey Dillon, you will win a starting lineup figure of one of those three.
That's a collectible item, Daddy.
It is.
Yeah.
I collected them many years ago, and they're still in my closet, yes. And if you want to win an original drawing of Daddy or Hoji, then you can comment what you love about either Daddio or Hoji.
And then Daddio has drawn these with his own little precious sausage-like fingers and toes. I mean, these are amazing little drawings that he's done. You've seen them on the show. Your heart beats faster when you see, oh man, look, that's my favorite football player. You can own it, and you can have it for such a low price. Wow, Daddio, that's a great deal. Keep going.
Now, what happens to the prizes? Once every month, we will have a drawing for the starting lineup figures. And once every week, we will have a drawing for the drawings. Until we hit 2019 subscribers.
And what happens about all the fans who've already
given? What happens to the people that have already subscribed?
Like John, like Rebecca. These guys, these are the top analysts, Bengal analysts, and they're supporting our show.
Right. Yeah. Right. If you have already subscribed and you have already made a contribution, you don't have to worry. All you have to do is leave one of the comments, either about the 90s Bengals players or about me or Hoji. And you leave the comment, and we will see that you are already subscribed and that you have made a contribution, and you will automatically be entered. So once a week and once a month, until we hit 2019 subscribers, we will choose one winner.
That's great.
And
you can turn anything. You could turn a eulogy into a commercial, Daddy. That's really great.
And then, if you win, all you have to do is DM, that means direct message, Daddio on Twitter. That's me, I'm Daddio, at Daddio de facto. You direct message me with your address, residence, and we will send you your prize. So, thank you once again, and don't forget, it's very important that you subscribe, you like, you comment on our videos, because we're growing very, very fast, and we can do so many more things as we grow and as we add puppets and other special effects. That is all we have. So long, Sweetie Pies.